Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Hope you guys are having a good day today, or rather, a good evening. My name is Marlon, and this is, this is not a gaming stream today. I mean, I kind of did say in the previous stream that maybe I was gonna stream for you guys, like either yesterday or even tonight. But of course, we are going to stream tomorrow from split into two smaller streams starting from 6 to 7 on the first half, and the second half starting from 10 to a little past 11 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So how are you guys doing today? Anybody looking forward to the weekend? Even looking forward to Mother's Day? If you do, you can just hit me in the chat right now. Hey, Akamoth, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Well, how are you? How are you, Akamoth? Well, for me, well, hello. Yeah, yeah. How are your snakes doing? For me, I mean, I just came back from the laundry, but am I gonna stream today? Unfortunately, no. I mean, I'm only gonna be streaming for about an hour, talking about the weather and such. I mean, we are going to play Minecraft tomorrow. Well, it's gonna be split into two streams. The first one starting from 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and the second half starting from 10 p.m. to either 11 p.m. or just a little bit around midnight. Depends. I'm doing good. It's 2:31 in the morning. Oh my god! Wow. Well, it's really late for you. Sleep is for the weak. Sleep is for the weak. Yeah, I wish sleep wasn't a thing at all to begin with. All right. So let's. How am I doing? Well, for me, other than streaming, I would say that so far work has been, picking up. I mean, I wouldn't go into specifics, but I'd say like I'm getting busier, and also the one thing I'm looking forward to is the weekend. And the weekend, well, it's all chill, but Sunday, it's all it's gonna be Mother's Day, so I've already plan on having to buy restaurant food, on Mother's Day. Yeah. So Ekamoth, is Mother's Day available in Portugal like on the same day as the U.S., which is this Sunday, or is it in another day of the year? Mother's Day already passed. It was 4th of May. Oh, I see. How was it? Let's see. All right. So now, what's the point about this stream? Well, the point is for me to talk about the weather, what's going on throughout the United States, and basically, it's going to be a little bit lengthy. But it's not gonna pass. Hopefully, it won't pass 10:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, which is less than an hour from now, because I mean, I can only make room for a time like this right now, because apparently, I had laundry to do, other stuff to do, and also I'm close to bedtime. Believe it or not, because of work. It was fun. We went to a restaurant and nom nom with family, but without my mother, thankfully. Why? Okay, so it's nice that you went to a restaurant, but what do you mean not with your mom? Thankfully, well, you don't like your mother? Mother jail, mother bad, mother abuse. I'm so sorry. She no good. Oh, yeah. Oh, what happened? I mean, if you don't want to say anything, that's fine. But I mean, I'm so sorry that things didn't really work out with you and your mom. It's fine. Oh, all right. Well, I hate her either way. Oh, yeah. Just yeah. Hold on, just a minute. I'm hearing background music. So sorry about that, Echo Moth and everyone else. Well, just so you know, that of course, as I've said before, that background music is something that is highly discouraged because of Twitch and like every other social media platform. They always like just go right for it. Whenever they detect anything that's copyrighted, they just automatically give you copyright strikes. Like even if it's not entirely your fault. Twitch is a bitch. Yeah, I mean, every social media platform is basically. It's been a thing since probably just right around when you were a lot younger, Echo Moth. I mean, I had to put up with so much of these rules. I mean, before that, I mean, it was all the Wild West. But right now, I don't know. It's not feeling as exciting as back in like I don't know 17 years ago or 18. All right, let's see what we got here. I just hate the ads everywhere. Oh yeah, ads can be a nuisance, especially even well, especially the part when the only way to avoid them is to pay your subscriptions, just to avoid the ads. Now let's see what we got here. Okay, so from what I can tell right now, yeah, exactly, that's right. So what we have here are active weather alerts, according to Radar Omega, and also some statements coming from the National Weather Service. Does it have snow anywhere? Does it have snow anywhere? Well, we're gonna check up on that. Just give me a sec. Let's see. Okay, so actually, I mean, the only place that I can ever detect any snow would be in the Rockies, but however, I'm not seeing any snow. I'm just a tiny bit of wintry precipitation, like freezing rain and sleet, but no snow. Well, maybe a tiny bit, just north of Grand Junction. And I don't know about anywhere else right along the Rocky Mountains. I mean, because those are the places where you would most likely see some snow. Yay! Yeah, but the thing is that since it's May and the weather is getting warmer throughout the United States overall, even in cold places, virtually it'll get above freezing. So after all of that, the next cold day within the contiguous United States would be probably in September. Or if lucky, if it's low enough, then maybe sometime in August. But don't count on that. Let's see. Okay, so there are 32 active weather alerts. There's one in Texas, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Alabama, and also Texas. All right, and we do have some hailstones that range from less than 3/4 of an inch all the way to about an inch and a quarter of hail in diameter. In some areas do have damaging winds of up to 60 miles per hour, but in one area in Tennessee, it's less than that. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, the yay emotes. Let's see what we got. Okay, so we got 3 flash flood warnings, but 2 of them are in Texas, and 1 of them is in Tennessee. But each of the named places aren't towns; those are counties. There's 1 special marine warning, and it's located in Florida. Must be choppy waters, from what I can tell. And 21 special weather statements. They vary in Texas, South Carolina, Tennessee, and North Carolina, Alabama, Virginia. Let's go further. Georgia, North Dakota, West Virginia. Well, I mean, some of them may have to do with thunderstorms. Well, let's dissect, shall we? It's fine. It's just water. They can drink it. Oh yeah, drinking all that rainwater. Maybe turn that snow into fresh water. Let's start off in the Northeast. Well, so far in the Northeast, things aren't really as bad because there are no special weather statements, just only in Virginia. I mean, most of all, it's just some strong, no more than strong thunderstorms in places like West Virginia, central and eastern Pennsylvania, places like the Catskills, the Capital region, and the Finger Lakes region of upstate New York, and especially in the northern and western portion of the New York City area. And as well as New England, they're dealing with some thunderstorms, especially going up to Maine in the past 3 hours. Their hurricane, actually, there is no hurricane yet, but there is a chance that there could be a hurricane in the tropical system, not a hurricane. A hurricane, by definition, is an area of low pressure in which sustained winds, must exceed 74 miles per hour, so that it can make its status as a Category 1. But then about probably every 20 or so miles per hour, it upgrades to Category 2, but the highest is a Category 5 with more than 156 miles per hour in sustained winds. Spinny, windy, yeah. But the most hurricanes you'd find in the United States, or rather in the Atlantic Basin, would be stretching from typically from late August all the way to early October. That's when you find hurricanes. I ask one question: could spinny wind lift a cow? If it's strong enough, then yes, it could. Well, at the very least, it could tip a cow. But I highly doubt that. I mean, it would take a lot. The winds to be a lot stronger than that. Okay, so we do have a stationary front that begins from the Hudson Valley of New York State, going through New England, paralleling the coast of Maine, all the way towards the Canadian Maritimes, and then transition into a cold front when it goes through Nova Scotia. There's also a stationary front, but it's more of a cold front that goes through eastern Pennsylvania, and then it becomes a stationary front and extend through the Appalachian Mountains, but through West Virginia, Western Maryland, southern Ohio, along the Ohio Valley, and then towards Illinois. I mean, you do have 2 different air masses that come from the north, which is cold and dry, but then you have moist air that comes from the south, like this, which is the reason why you're getting so many showers and thunderstorms in the northeast at this moment. But for in my case, we're going to be dealing with that tomorrow, but we'll get to that later in the stream. Let me see. Well, then it can easily eat me. Yep, yeah. Yeah, I mean, hurricanes are very ferocious. They like to eat up so much heat. I mean, in a way, they are monsters. Truly, they eat. Let's see. Okay, so other than what's going on just north of Washington D.C. in Virginia, there are two special weather statements, 2 severe thunderstorm warnings, and they're located in places just east of Roanoke, especially in the Lynchburg area, Bedford and Alta Vista, and there's another one to the northeast of Roanoke, which is located in Lexington and Glasgow in Virginia, and they're dealing with some strong winds, damaging winds, and just some large hail, just about the size of a golf ball. But that's just my estimate. But the actual results do vary, and they are all reported by the local National Weather Service and many observers that range from them all the way to ordinary citizens. I mean, the locals particularly, or any storm chaser that's located in those areas. Right now, there's a dry line that parallels, that goes, or rather parallels, or follows along I-95. There's one severe thunderstorm warning that goes through through one part of North Carolina. You have Charlotte, then you have Greensboro, North Carolina, Durham. Yeah, these are the most busiest parts of North Carolina. I mean, just because just because I have a relative who lives there. But regardless, the most populated areas of North Carolina, they're going to be dealing with a lot of severe weather. But so far, only severe thunderstorm warnings are located just east of most of the most populated areas of North Carolina. But there's also a severe thunderstorm warning just south of Charlotte. In Rock Hill, South Carolina, a special weather statement just located a little bit right between the two severe thunderstorm warnings in Monroe, North Carolina, from what I can see. There's also some thunderstorms that dissipated near Columbia, South Carolina. In Georgia, plenty of severe thunderstorms, strong to severe thunderstorms that are rolling through the southern part of the state. Yet there is one special weather statement just located west of Maracus, Georgia. And right now, they're all racing towards Savannah and through Brunswick along the Georgia coast. There's another storm that's currently moving to the east and making its way towards Georgia, and starting from Alabama. It used to have some strong thunderstorms, but right now it's kind of weakening. But now let's go down to Florida, where Florida you do have a lot of rains that are starting to move away right now. But yet there are some showers that are moving, but they're dissipating because of lack of diurnal heating, which is daytime heating. But regardless, there's plenty of showers that's occurring in the Orlando area, but yet now it's moving out. So, I mean, for those of you who are in Disney World or Universal or whatever, well, now you can enjoy the parks right now, given what has happened in that part of the state. But South Florida, it's not much going on in South Florida. Alabama, Mississippi, there's plenty of special weather statements. Places near Tuscaloosa, especially just located northeast of Gadsden, Alabama, and especially in Scottsboro, Alabama, and we have one special severe thunderstorm warning in Stevenson, Alabama. There's also one severe thunderstorm warning in the northwestern corner of the state of Georgia, and just to this, and at the same time, there's also a special weather statement in that same area. But to the south, there's also another special weather statement just near Rome in Georgia, just northwest of Atlanta. There's also a severe thunderstorm warning in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Let me look at this, folks. There's plenty of pop-up thunderstorms. Some of them are severe, and they're marching towards the east-northeast right now. And you have one flash flood warning just located in the eastern part of Athens, Tennessee. There's also one special weather statement in Cherokee National Forest in Tennessee, and just another one just in the northeast, but just southwest of Johnson City, Tennessee. But overall, just to the west, nothing much is going on. I mean, the lack of diurnal heating is causing the storms to dissipate, which may explain that there are no more severe thunderstorm warnings to go around, but it's only limited to strong, but if possible, severe thunderstorm warnings. But right now, there's nothing going on right now, especially in the northern half of the Magnolia State in Mississippi. Just a little bit just to the southwest of Jackson, Mississippi, the state capital. There's also two spotty thunderstorms in central Louisiana, near Alexandria. Plenty of widespread thunderstorms throughout the southern part of the Lone Star State. In fact, there are two severe thunderstorm warnings just located near Corpus Christi. There's also one special weather statement just to the west as well. But there's also one small flash flood warning to the northwest of Corpus Christi. Now let's take a look at the overall picture. So we got stationary fronts that stretch from the southern tip of Texas all the way to the western panhandle of Florida. There's also another stationary front that starts in the southern part of Texas, but just to the north of that, the first stationary front that I've already stated. But it's paralleling along the Texas coast, making inland towards Louisiana, to Arkansas, Mississippi, and then towards Tennessee. Now, what about the rest of the Lone Star State? Only just pop up showers and thunderstorms in the panhandle of Texas, and as well as places like Oklahoma, Arkansas, Kansas, Missouri, and I forgot to mention that in Kentucky there's plenty of pop-up thunderstorms to go around, and they are all over much of Kentucky. Yet right now it's dissipating from what it looks like. But West Virginia, they're getting rained right now. And we're safe. But the stationary front is extending. Right now the extend. Oh my God! There's a stationary front that goes from central to western Pennsylvania, all the way through the Ohio Valley, and then towards Iowa. But just to the north of the stationary front, you have the Great Lakes region becoming so dry. Then you have Nebraska, just have a little bit of some spotty showers, but not much going on. Same story in Iowa, Wisconsin, Minnesota, South Dakota. But we do have a dry line that's present throughout the northern plains, and as well, and the western edge of the plains. But however, in North Dakota, there's a special weather statement, which does indicate that there are some strong winds, strong damaging winds, small hail, and just heavy rains going on, just localized flooding in North Dakota, but it's all in Minot, North Dakota. Montana, there's plenty of spotty showers and thunderstorms in the southern part of the state, including plus Wyoming, Yellowstone. Then you head towards Colorado, where you have showers and some storms moving south. Racing through New Mexico right now, but Arizona, I mean, it's kind of bone dry in Arizona right now. But mostly. But yeah, much of it is dissipated in Utah and just a tiny bit in Nevada, near Ely, Nevada. Now let's take a look at what's going on in Idaho. So Idaho, I mean, what you're seeing right now is that you have some spotty showers moving to the east right now. And it's only just limited to the eastern edge of the state. And I'm not talking about the Bitterroot Mountains. I'm talking about just the southeast portion. Now what about the west coast? Well, the west coast is mainly dry. That's all I know, folks. Now let's see if we do have additional severe thunderstorm warnings. I mean, the top ones are the old ones, but we do have new ones, particularly in Virginia and North Carolina. Plenty of counties in North Carolina. Look at that. So what has changed? So this is what we got. So this is the new one, or rather a set of new ones right now. And they're all moving east. So Fayetteville, Arkansas, Fayetteville, North Carolina, Dunn, and Linden Oaks, they're going to get it for sure. Now you have another. No, you only have one severe thunderstorm warning just north of Lynchburg. Just four special weather statements in the Old Dominion. But I gotta tell you, folks, it's wild weather all over, well, the Mid-Atlantic and the South. A lot of it's going on right now. Now, let's talk a little in depth about what's going on right now. Okay, so what we got here is, well, let's just talk about the temperature right now. So, let's tune into the okay, so I gotta do something about this part. Okay, so let me see. Okay, now let's talk temperatures. So what we have for temperatures is that let's start off in Maine, where Edmundston, it's 43 degrees, Marston 44, Patton 50, Bangor 59, Portland 48. Well, I'm not gonna read like literally everything, so I'm just gonna keep it like just a bit in general. So there are temperatures there in the mid 50s to low 60s in the coastal New England, but in the uplands like Vermont and New Hampshire, temperatures range from the mid 40s to low 50s. In upstate New York, particularly in the Great Lakes region, temperatures are in the 40s and low 50s, especially going inland towards the Finger Lakes region and the Mohawk Valley. But reaching to, and as well as the capital region, with temperatures in the mid 50s. New York, temperatures along with places like New Jersey and Washington, D.C., and throughout much of the megalopolis, just south, but only limited to from New York to Washington, D.C., temperatures will be in the mid 50s to mid 60s. So, what do you know? I mean, there is a bow front between two air masses, and they all form a stationary front. There's no cold front, because if it were a cold front, then it would move out. It'll be quick and done. But that's not going to happen, because, well, we're going to get to that in a moment. Now, we go further south. Let's talk West Virginia. So, I'd say Charleston, 61 degrees, but Pittsburgh, 59. And in the Old Dominion, you have 62 in Roanoke, 68 in Virginia Beach. Then we go down south. Right along the Carolinas, we do have temperatures that are in the 70s. Places like Georgia, temperatures are in the 70s. Florida, temperatures range from the 70s to low 80s. Then throughout places like Tennessee, temperatures are in the 60s and some parts in the 70s. In places like Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama, temperatures range from the upper 60s to low 80s. Oh, yeah, and that includes Arkansas, Texas. In the Lone Star State, they vary. Let's start off with the Panhandle, where temperatures are in the 60s in the Panhandle. In the western part of the state, temperatures range from the low 60s to the 70s. In the southern part of the state, temperatures are in the 70s. And in the eastern part of the state, which does include Houston and Dallas, temperatures are in the 70s. In Oklahoma, temperatures range from, let's say, the low 60s in the Panhandle to the 70s throughout the eastern and central portion of Oklahoma. Let's go to the Midwest. So in Kentucky, 62 degrees in Louisville. Temperatures are in the upper 40s to mid 50s in the Buckeye State and the Hoosier State. 57 in Fort Wayne, 62 in Indianapolis. Michigan, let's talk temperatures. So the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, where temperatures are in the mid 30s to mid 40s. Let me check the chat because I just don't want to miss out on anything. Turns out I haven't missed much. I thought Echo Moth was still here. But if he is, well, so sorry I'm boring you, dude. But as a meteorologist, this is what I gotta do. In Futurama, there's a slogan where you gotta do this. You gotta do your job. It's called "You gotta do what you gotta do." So in the lower half of Michigan, temperatures range from the mid 40s to low 50s. Now in Wisconsin, the temperatures range from the mid 40s to mid 50s. In Chicago, 46. The rest, central Illinois, the temperatures are in the mid to upper 60s, as well as the southern part of the state. Missouri, temperatures are in the low 60s to low 70s. And just a similar story in Iowa. Kansas, the temperatures range from the upper 60s to low 50s. Nebraska, the temperatures are in the 70s, along with South Dakota and, North Dakota, the temperatures, whoo, boy, very warm, quite ironic, but, that's because, you have a system that's responsible for keeping the heat in North Dakota. But the temperatures range from 71 in Grand Forks to 82 in Minot, North Dakota. I mean, lately you're seeing some storms that are building up right now. In which what they say, what goes up must come down. Minnesota, we do have temperatures that range from the upper 50s to low 70s, so it's quite a variety of temperatures in Minnesota. Now let's kick things off with the Northern Rockies and the Bitterroot Mountains. So let's talk Montana. Montana, well, temperatures vary based on the elevation, but let's start off with eastern Montana, where temperatures are in the 70s, 62 in Bozeman, 70 in Helena, the state capital, 71 in Great Falls, but in the mountainous parts like Missoula and Kalispell, 64 degrees. You go to Wyoming, where temperatures range from the mid 61 in Cheyenne to 71 in Gillette. But so far, the rest of the state, the temperatures are in the 60s. But again, like I said, it depends on the elevation and the geography in localized parts of each state. Okay, now Idaho. Idaho, in the southern half of the state, temperatures are in the 70s. Now, what about the northern part? Temperatures are in the 60s to mid 50s. Now, let's go a little bit to the south. You have Colorado, where you do have temperatures that range. For example, in Colorado Springs, it's 55 degrees. Alamosa, 57. Denver, 64. Grand Junction, 73. I mean, the temperatures vary, but in the mountainous parts of Colorado, the temperatures are in the 40s and 50s. But the Great Basin's definitely going to get. It's definitely warm right now. Definitely warm. Now let's go down to New Mexico, where you have hold on, where you have temperatures that are in the 60s to low 70s, but mountainous parts do tell you a different picture. Arizona, the temperatures do range. For example, in Alpine, it's 55. Flagstaff, 62. Kaibito, 70, Kingman, 79, but St. George is in Utah, so it's 82 degrees. Phoenix is 93, Tucson is 88, and Yuma is 97. So when you get to the lower part of the state, it's going to get really, really, really hot because it's the desert, after all. Utah, their temperatures range from the mid-60s to low 70s. In Nevada, the temperatures actually range in the northern part of the state, range from the mid 60s to mid 70s. But once you go down south towards places like Las Vegas, the temperatures are very hot, 88 degrees. Now let's head over to the Golden State in California, but let's start off with Southern California, where Indio's 95. San Diego 68, LA 79, Bakersfield 93, along with Fresno 80 in San Jose, 89 in Sacramento, 66 in San Francisco, 86 in Chico, 84 in Redding, 53 in Eureka. But then we head up north towards Oregon, where temperatures are in the 70s on the leeward side of the Cascades, but on the coastal side, the temperatures are in the mid 60s. Then finally, you go up towards Washington State, where the temperature in Spokane 66 degrees, Wenatchee 64, Yakima 70, Seattle 59. All right, now let's talk about winds. So lately, winds haven't been that strong along the coastal portions of the Northeast. It's quite breezy throughout the Hudson River, and as well as northern Pennsylvania and western New York State, the Buckeye State, southern Michigan, northern Indiana, northern Illinois, and northern Missouri. But much of the South is quite calm, with the exception of some storms. Now, of course, just because it's showing that the winds are calm doesn't really mean that it's really true. Anywhere anyone is experiencing some severe weather, I mean, they might have damaging winds of around 50, 60 miles per hour, depending on their reports. There is quite a breeze in southern Texas, especially just a little bit in the Panhandle, Oklahoma, and eastern Kansas and Missouri. There's also strong winds in the northern plains and northern Montana, and even places like western Wyoming and southern Idaho, and even just a little bit of breeze in southern Arizona and central New Mexico, especially on the leeward side of the Cascades in Oregon. Now let's talk about rainfall accumulation. So what do we have here? Let me refresh this right now. So right now we're looking at in the Northeast, rainfall could range up to about half an inch to 3/4 of an inch throughout places like Vermont, throughout the capital region, the Cascades, eastern Pennsylvania, eastern southern Pennsylvania, Maryland, and even northern and eastern Virginia, and just up to half an inch in eastern North Carolina. Not much going on throughout the south, with the exception of the western Gulf Coast, in which rainfall could exceed an inch in some areas, stretching from Lake Charleston to Corpus Christi. But elsewhere, you're not going to see much. Alright, so what's next right now? Okay, so let's talk what's going to happen in the next few days. So, let's take a look at the models right now. But first, we got to see what's going on right now. So, let's tune to here right now. 500 millibars. Okay, so this one's quite a doozy, folks, so bear with me on this. I don't know if I want to call that a work of genius, but I doubt that. Now I'm going to switch the upper dynamics to 500 millibars. Okay, so this is a run of... okay, so this is 8 p.m. Yeah, let's just assume that this is 8 p.m. right now. So what we're seeing, folks, is that we do have a ridge that's sitting on top of a trough right here. It's quite an ugly look, folks. This is right here a Rex block. A Rex block, I mean, I've done a reel about that a while ago, which was pretty much one of the first reels that I've done. In the stream. It was a thing about 3 months ago, but you could go back and look up what is a Rex block. That it's in one of the videos titled "What is a Rex block?" But this is going to be one of those. One of the weather topics. This is a weather topic of the day, so I gotta, I gotta show you guys what's going on. Okay, so what I'm saying is, folks, is that there is going to be activity somewhere in the Mississippi Valley and the Great Plains region, which could mean that there will be severe weather in the central part of the United States. So what does that mean? It means that this is going to last for a while. Okay, so this is starting off from 0Z, which means it's 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, even though it's not really 8 p.m., but, it's something like that as of that. Now, let's go 24 hours into the future to, 24 hours into the future. Okay, so this right here, this is for Friday. Okay, so what you guys see here is that there is a ridge building up over the desert southwest in the Great Basin and Rocky Mountains. There is about to be a cutoff low located in the lower Mississippi Valley in Texas, and there's a trough that's going to be over Pennsylvania and upstate New York. So this right here, this is still a Rex block that may count right now, folks. Now let me show you guys what we have here. Okay, so wait a minute. Oh boy, yeah, this is embarrassing. Okay, yeah, I can't believe I forgot to show you guys this. Okay, now let's go back. I can't believe I just made a fool out of myself. I forgot about that. Okay, let's go back to here. So now you guys see this. This is what the Rex block looks like. You guys are seeing this in a Tropical Tidbits website. And I couldn't show you guys in Radar Omega because for some reason it's just it doesn't really feel right for some reason. I don't know why. But regardless, I'm gonna try to get you guys see what's going on. Let me just here. Yeah, this is what upper level winds do look like, folks. But it wouldn't be able to detect what a Rux block looks like. But however, or rather, let me just show you guys. Okay, okay, I can't believe I'm so misinterpreting this. Okay, so this is the website. You guys are seeing the Rex block at 500 millibars with vorticity. That's all over, all over. Okay, so this would be considered a run for 8 p.m., which was 2 hours ago. And what you guys seeing right now is that there is a ridge that is being stacked on top of a trough right now. A ridge that's over the northern plains and a trough over the southern plains. Sorry about that. Which does mean it's a Rex block. A Rex block. I've done a Rex block. For those of you who haven't know that I've already done a Rex block weather topic of the day 3 months ago. I mean, you can look back into my earlier reels, and there should be a title that says what is a Rex block. So it explains to you guys about what a Rex block is, but this is a little different because the last time that we had a Rex block here in the Northeast, it meant that we were having dry weather. But this time, for a Rex block to occur at this time, that just means that there's going to be severe weather in the Great Plains region, but we're not going to get dry weather this time. We're just going to get some rain only for tomorrow, though, which we'll get to in a moment. So, what you guys seeing here right now, and although I'm not able to draw you guys where the severe weather is, but I can dictate to you guys that it will occur in the central part of the United States, in the Great Plains and the Mid-Mississippi Valley. So this is going to be a severe weather event in the making. Now let's move on to 24 hours from now, which is right here, right? And what you guys are seeing here is that there is a ridge over the Great Basin and the Rockies, but there's actually a cutoff low that's located in the lower Mississippi Valley in Texas, in which case that was the trough, but there is an actual trough that's located in Pennsylvania and upstate New York. So now you know that is going to lead to a cutoff low and the Rex block being eliminated in the next few days. So we'll get to that right now, but before we do that, we'll discuss where the wet weather event is going to happen. So it's going to happen in the Northeast, in my area, in the New York City area, but there's also going to be wet weather and some storms throughout the Southeast. So buckle up. And the South, actually, in general, in the South. Now, let's go to Saturday night. Just show you guys what we got in terms of the Radar Omega. So let's move on to right about now, to here. Okay, let me see if I can draw you guys this. Yeah, it's not quite impressive, folks. I wouldn't call it a work of genius. But I would prefer to show you guys what I can show you guys, the GFS model of in Tropical Tidbits. So let's go to another 24 hours from now, which is Saturday night. So let's get to it. That's going to be here, right? So what we have here is that we do have a ridge that's still over the Great Basin in the Rocky Mountains. There is a cutoff low just located in the lower Mississippi Valley and western Gulf Coast, and there's a trough over Maine and the Canadian Maritimes. So that means that wet weather is going to occur in the Pacific Northwest, and even wet weather in the southeast. All right, now I'm making sure that everyone sees. Now let me move just ahead in time to Sunday night. So by Sunday night, you guys are seeing is that you just have a really big trough over the upper Mississippi Valley. There is a cutoff low over the lower Mississippi Valley. So there's going to be a storm in the northern Rockies and as well as action in the southeast. So get ready to buckle up. It's going to be a long ride. And now let me change things up right here in Radar Omega. Move up to... Well, actually, I haven't really showed you guys what's going to happen Saturday night. Oh, boy. Yeah, I'm going to have to go back here. Yeah, let's go to 54. Okay, there's going to be a cutoff low in the southeast, but then I move forward in time, so we do have this here. A storm's going to brew here. There's going to be action right here because we do have this cutoff low. Yeah, trough would be over the Pacific Northwest and another one over the Canadian Maritimes. But just to make a good justification, well, it's a perfect match. Alright, so now that we've gotten over the whole synoptic thing, now let's move on to back to Radar Omega. And what we got here in Radar Omega, let's talk about temperature. So for the temperature, let's see, going forward, let me just change things up to a little bit more recent. And what we are going to show you guys right now, let's see what we got for tomorrow morning for temperature. Okay, so we got warm lows right in the southern portion of the country, and as well as parts of the east coast of mid-Atlantic, and mild temperatures throughout the Great Plains region, the desert southwest, and much of the west coast, and as well as the Great Basin. Freezing temperatures in the Rockies and Idaho. Now we advance forward to tomorrow night. So by tomorrow night, virtually almost everywhere, there's going to be very, very hot, warm temperatures, but very hot in California, Nevada, desert southwest. Plenty of heat to go around in the Gulf Coast, the southeast, and as well as the Great Plains region. It's going to be chilly in the interior northeast, though, and the Rockies as well. Now we move on to Saturday morning. So by Saturday morning, there will be warm lows throughout the Gulf Coast, much of the south, the mid-Atlantic. Mild temperatures throughout the Great Plains region. Plenty of warmth in the desert southwest in California, and as well as much of the Great Basin in the Pacific Northwest, with the exception of the Rocky Mountains. Chilly temperatures in the interior northeast. Now let's move on to by Saturday night. There's going to be a very hot temperatures in the desert southwest, California, Nevada, Arizona. Plenty of hot temperatures in the Great Plains. Oh boy, it's going to get really, really hot. But it's quite quite warm usually in the south. Plenty of mild temperatures in the Ohio Valley, Great Lakes, much of the Northeast, and as well as the Pacific Northwest. But chilly in northern New England and the Rockies. Let's not forget about that. Now let's move on to, wow, looks like I would have to wait a while, but let's just go back and talk about what's going to happen Sunday morning. So by Sunday morning, there's going to be warm lows throughout the south, the Great Plains, the Mid-Atlantic, but elsewhere, well, there's actually going to be warm temperatures throughout the desert Southwest, California, the Great Basin. Chilly temperatures throughout the interior Northeast, Great Lakes, Cascades, the Rockies. And then finally, we do have very hot temperatures all over the country, with the exception of some chilly temperatures in the interior Northeast, and as well as the Pacific Northwest and the coastal portions of the Pacific Northwest and the Sierra Nevadas, portions of the Rockies. It's going to get very hot in the desert Southwest and the northern plains. What do you know, folks? Now let's go to the dew point. So we got plenty of moisture to go around it in the Gulf Coast, the Mid-Atlantic, and plenty of moisture throughout the coastal portions of the Northeast, California, and parts of Oregon and along the coast specifically. There's also going to be some moisture in the Great Plains region. Now let's move to tomorrow night. So we got moisture, plenty of which only along the coast, the Gulf Coast and the Mid-Atlantic coast. Just some in the interior South and the Great Plains, and as well as the coastal portions of the Northeast and along the West Coast, plus the leeward side of the Cascades and the Northern Rockies. Alright, so now let's go to Saturday morning. So by Saturday morning, there will be plenty of humidity throughout the Gulf Coast. Some humidity will linger throughout the Great Plains, the western half of the Great Lakes region, and as well as the Ohio Valley, and even coastal New England, and the West Coast, plus the leeward side of the Cascades, and the desert Southwest as well. Then by Saturday night, you're going to see plenty of moisture, only limited to the Gulf Coast, but there's still a good amount of moisture throughout the Mississippi Valley, the Ohio Valley, and just a little bit in the Northern Plains and the Northern Rockies, and just a little bit in California. By Sunday morning, excessive moisture is only limited to the eastern Gulf states. Some moisture will still linger throughout the central U.S., plus Montana and parts of the Great Basin, and as well as the Ohio Valley, Mid-Atlantic. What about Sunday night? So by Sunday night, excessive moisture all over the Sunshine State. South getting back to being humid again, but heavy concentrated of humidity is going to spread up north along the Mississippi Valley, plus the Northern Plains and the Northern Rockies, as well as the Columbia River Valley and the Pacific Northwest, the coastal portion of that region, and as well as the Mid-Atlantic and the western half of the Gulf of the Great Lakes region. Now let's talk about Cape. So we got Cape right around here. So there's going to be a lot of Cape, but only in the Gulf Coast. Florida in the southeast, a little bit in the southern plains, and as well as the east coast in the Ohio Valley, and as well as spotty areas with a little bit of Cape in California, the Great Basin, and the Rockies. And by tomorrow night, there's going to be a lot of cape throughout the southeast, but just some that's going to happen in the central U.S., the Rocky Mountains, the Great Basin. Well, much of the West will endure some cape, and just a little bit in the Northeast. Now let's go into Sunday. No, wait. Into Saturday morning. So by Saturday morning, there will still be some cape in the Gulf Coast, a little bit left over in New England, spotty, but nothing too widespread in the northwestern part of the country, the Rockies as well. Now, let me tune it to Saturday night, where Florida is going to endure a lot of convection, a little bit in Texas and the southern and Great Plains and Mississippi Valley, and as well as much of the West, with the exception, well, much of the West will endure some cape, some convection. Sunday morning, there will be plenty of cape in the Sunshine State and only in some parts of the Gulf Coast and the Great Basin, Northern Rockies, and as well as the coastal portions of the Pacific Northwest. Finally, we do have plenty of cape throughout the South, Great Plains, Mississippi Valley, Rocky Mountains, the Great Basin, and the Pacific Northwest. The southern Southwest is going to deal with less convection, as well as the Northeast and the Great Plains, Great Lakes region. Now let's talk about precipitation. So let's go to here, where, sorry about that. There's going to be plenty of wet weather to go around, stretching from Maine all the way down to Texas, and parts of the Gulf, as well as the Ohio Valley. Some portions of the coastal parts of California, they'll be dealing with some spotty, scattered showers. By Friday night, by tomorrow night, there will be plenty of showers and storms throughout the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic, the South, and spotty showers throughout the Northern Plains, Upper Mississippi Valley, and the northern half of the Great Lakes region, and even some precipitation in the Rocky Mountains. As we move towards Saturday morning, there will be wet weather throughout the southeast, the Gulf Coast, and still lingering showers and storms throughout parts of the northeast. And moisture and wet weather is going to move towards the west coast. But as we move towards Saturday night, we do have plenty. Well, we're still going to have some wet weather throughout northern New England. Plenty of storms to go around in the southeast and the Gulf Coast. Some showers and wintry precipitation in the Rockies. The desert Southwest will have some spotty showers and storms, especially in the Great Basin, the interior California, Nevada, and as well as spotty showers in eastern Oregon, southern Idaho, and much of Montana, and as well as western Washington State. By Sunday morning, there will be some showers that will occur throughout the Gulf Coast, the southeast, a little bit of winter precipitation in northern Maine. The Great Basin will endure some showers and storms, but there's going to be more showers and storms along the west coast, so get ready for that. Then by Sunday night, more showers and storms throughout the south, the Rocky Mountains, and the Northwest in general, plus Northern California. Now let's take a look at the snowfall totals, see what we got. So there isn't much to talk about in terms of snowfall, but there is going to be up to about a foot to about 16 inches of snow in some parts of the Rockies and Colorado and New Mexico. and just up to 3 inches of snow in the mountainous parts of the Cascades and Olympic National Park in Washington State. Elsewhere, you're not going to see much snow because the weather's getting warmer. Alright, folks, so I'm about to reach the end of the stream right now. But, however, I do have to point out that I am going to talk about the weather topic of the day. Now, although I have done I've done a video about the Rex block on Twitch. I mean, you can go back and check that out. But what I'm going to do right now is to go a tiny bit further into the Rex block. And what does this have to do with severe weather? This is a different. Hold on, let me mute the mic. All right, folks. So sorry about that. Background noise is nothing to be proud of. But let me just change things up right here. And what I'm going to show you guys is that I'm going to make my point right now. Let me just change things up. All right, just bear with me, folks. Bear with me. All right, so now I know what you're thinking. Like, what am I doing right now? Well, right now, folks, just trying to get you guys, a better lesson for you guys to learn. Okay. Okay, so this is a better way of showing you guys what a Rex block looks like. Okay. All right, now I'm ready to do my demo reels. I'm kidding. So what happens is that A Rex block that causes severe weather in places like the South or even Tornado Alley is leads. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, I mean, I should have wrote this down, but regardless, I'll just. A Rex block that causes severe weather in places like the Southeast is. A severe weather event in places like the South or even the Great Plains region is induced by a ridge that builds up over a trough that's located in places like the lower Mississippi Valley, in which case it does lead moisture to get trapped in the south, and it's winds that basically. Oh wait, I think I can hold on just a minute, folks. I just need to mute the mic just for a little bit. Okay, so sorry about that, folks. Apparently, I'm need to get my facts straight. Just to give you guys a better example of what. while ago I did say, sorry about that. A while ago I did make a video about what a Rex block is. Now, this time, the Rex block is actually located in the central part of the United States, which means that whenever it's severe weather season or tornado season in a place like Tornado Alley in the central portion of the United States, well, that's not going to happen as long as the Rex block is present, because the moisture flow is going to get blocked by a trough that's stacked right north of the ridge. In other words, there is an upper high pressure just north of the upper low pressure. As you can see, folks, that this is so... No, I'm so sorry about that, folks. I'm trying to... Okay, now this is my final take. A while ago, while I did 3 months ago, I did a reel about what a Rex block looks like and what it is. This time, unlike in the Northeast, the Rex block, as of today or on Saturday, will be located over the central portion of the United States, in which a ridge would be just north of the trough, which means that moisture that would usually flow towards the Great Plains gets blocked, and we'll have wet weather in the southeast. Therefore, you would have warmer and dry temperatures in the Great Plains region. I don't know if that'll work, folks. But I'll give it one more shot. Three months ago, I did do a reel about what a Rex block is and what it looks like. This time, unlike the Northeast, which happened last fall, this time a Rex block is located in the central portion of the United States, in which you have a high pressure with a ridge that is located north of an upper low pressure area where a trough is located. Therefore, you would have a blocked flow of moisture that would only be limited to the south. Therefore, you would have dry and warm weather located in the central portion of the United States, particularly in the Great Plains region. It's a similar story that had happened in the Northeast back in the fall. Alright, folks, I did what I could, but all I can say is, folks, is that, well, that's the weather topic of the day. I'm so sorry that I made you guys, or rather I pushed you guys away from this, but anyway, thank you guys for watching, and we'll continue, well, we're going to continue streaming, but we're going to play Minecraft tomorrow, but we're going to split into 2 streams, smaller ones from 6 to 7 in the first half, and then 10 to past 11 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And we'll have a better weather discussion. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, everybody. Love y'all. Signing out.